thought it would be interesting to give you guys some of the history of assisted living so you can kind of understand why I think residential assisted living is so important. So there's really two key things to know. Back in like Roman Empire day, there's a guy named Celsius and he created the word dementia. It came from the Latin word demens, meaning out of your mind or crazy. And when someone was experiencing that, they would give them an exorcism, they would lock them away, or they would kill them. Those were their cures for dementia. In the 19th century, it did become a more common diagnosis to have dementia, and people would be admitted to lunatic or mental asylums. Because again, they thought that they were going mad. They did not understand brain change. They did not understand what was happening. And it was always associated with old age. So they would literally put these people in insane asylums to hide them away from society. Now, in certain communities, they were more humane, but in others, they were not at all. A lot of the practices that they would do to try to heal them had to do with bleeding and vomiting. I'll let you imagine from there. Some facilities even practiced electrocution and lobotomies. Yikes. In 1906, a German physician by the name Alois Alzheimer's, he made huge scientific discoveries that dementia was actually just brain change. He inspected the brain of a woman who was already passed, and he found signs of aggression and paranoia. And he really kind of helped us figure out what was going on. He found damage to her cerebral cortex and things that he called tangles or plaques in the brain. Now, throughout all of history of mankind, families always felt it was their responsibility to take care of their own loved ones. And that's a beautiful thing if you are able to do that. That's still true in our society today, that many people feel that that is the right way we should be doing this. But if you didn't have family, you became a ward of the state. And that's when they were putting you into poor houses or poor farms. Hence comes the phrase, put them out to the farm. That's where it's from. In the middle of the 20th century, we have a new thing happening, which is medicine, especially the development of penicillin, which is allowing people to live longer than they ever have before. So now it's not like, oh, we're taking care of mom or dad for maybe a year or two. Now, some people, it might be 5 years, 10 years that they need kind of just that extra supervision. Plus, you have the added effect of women working after World War II. So now there's less women to take care of the kids and the adults at home. And so now who's going to do it? Officially around 1930 is when you start seeing the first like nursing homes, but really 1970, 1980 is when you see the true development of what we know today as assisted living. So this just goes to show that there is so much negativity around this industry and also so much misunderstanding about what these seniors are going through and what they actually need and what the family is able to provide. You know, going from getting lobotomies and exorcisms to out to the farm to, okay, now you're in a loving, caring home where you have people who are, are there caring for you. When you ask people if they want to go into a care home or if they ever would, 90% of people say that they don't want to go. Well, you have to think this generation who's headed into assisted living right now, they grew up thinking it was a loony bin. It was a place where you went when you were crazy, when you were old. So oftentimes when I hear people say, I'll never do that, I don't want to do that, they are thinking of what it used to be or the worst examples of what it is today. They're not aware of the great examples of what it could be today. What we provide, what our students provide, what so many others across this country provide for seniors that are really great quality homes. I mean, I know people who'd walk into these homes and they would say, this is nicer than my own home. And I get my laundry done and I'm getting a private chef and someone's wiping my bum. Oh, heck yeah, sign me up, right? It might even be cheaper than you living at home on your own and doing all those things on your own. But I'm pretty sure most people don't know the history of assisted living. And I think if you're going to get involved in anything, you should know kind of A to Z how things came to be. And also really it helps you understand what people are going through when they get to this time of life. So hope that was your little educational lesson of the day.